Welcome back to Dark Corners Streaming.
The whole underworld worries me less than a single man. Diabolic?
There are a number of 1960s adaptations of Italian comics. We've even reviewed a few, and so far, they never work for me. With one exception. Posterity seems to agree, and Danger Diabolic has become a cult favourite, while others have sloughed away into obscurity. Why? The film benefits from the direction of Mario Bava, who manages to find a stylish aesthetic that suggests comic book framing without going over the top. A super cool score from Ennio Morricone. And John Philip Law of Sinbad, Barbarella and Space Mutiny is perfectly cast as the criminal genius. But I think it's the tone that this film nails. It has some of the trappings of camp 60s comic book films, groovy clubs, wacky gadgets, and Diabolic has a lair that would make Bruce Wayne fire his contractor. But I'm not sure you'd call the film as a whole camp. The stakes feel real.
What's your price?
While Diabolic is certainly a master thief, there's none of the smugness that destroys similar characters. It feels like he could fail. In a way, his character is best summed up by a line in the movie, describing him as a manifestation of exaggerated delinquency. But then there is his relationship with co-conspirator Eva. The film's other criminal, played by Bond villain Adolfo Celli, is surrounded by girls and barely even touches them. Diabolic just has Eva, but the intensity of the relationship between them is such that you can feel it even when they are apart. They can't keep their hands off each other, and the crimes start to feel like part of their love life.
Those emeralds.
They certainly don't need the money. It's just foreplay. They are a fantasy version of Bonnie and Clyde, not out for the money, just for the thrill, to see if they can, knowing that one day this will all come to a terrible end. That almost nihilistic attitude, not undercut by camp comedy, makes this a real standout. But the film was not without issues.
Diabolic got away!
Bava wanted to stick close to the original character, as created by Angela and Luciani Gassani, in which Diabolic is entirely amoral, killing anyone who gets in his way. Producer Dino De Laurentiis wanted something more family-friendly.
He also seems to derive a great deal of pleasure from me.
Either could have worked, we get both. Which, for the most part, works far better than it has any right to, creating, almost accidentally, a tone of anarchic indulgence. But when Diabolic kills indiscriminately, then it's jarring, because that's not the tone the movie has set up.
They'll drown like rats.
But, like I said, it's not as big a problem as it should be. Like Bonnie and Clyde, Diabolic and Eva live in their own isolated bubble, cut off from regular morality, a world into which we seem privileged to spy. Their obsession with each other, creating a morality all of their own. All of which seems pretty pretentious for a film that is fast-paced, action-packed, and effortlessly sexy. But I genuinely think that's why it works. Thanks for watching. What do you think of this film? There is also a Diabolic trilogy starting in 2021, which I haven't seen. Is it worth a look? Let us know in the comments below.